Just in your discussions with the group and the video you went through,
Yep.
just your thoughts on how much is in your control in terms of playing better defensively as opposed to what they forced out of you.
A lot. When we review games, sometimes we ask ourselves the question, is it us or is it them? I think there's a lot in our control that we can be better at, and that's where our focus has been.
Left side, Mark.
So that's a variation on that theme is you guys spent a lot of time chasing pucks last game, not possessing pucks. What's the biggest factor to having more possession time, not chasing them around so much?
Well, I thought for us, certainly in the first period, that your statement might be true. I think as the game wore on and we made a push, I don't know about that. So for us, starting on time and displaying some early urgency to our game is going to be important. As we talked about yesterday, for us, possessing the puck in the offensive zone is the best form of checking. We put a big emphasis on checking and our fundamental defensive skills.
What has Duncan Keith brought to this team on off the ice? And is this the kind of moment where you need a guy like that who's kind of been through the ups and downs of a postseason run and can kind of calm everybody down?
Yeah, he's leadership personified. He has that quality about him where he's been there, done that. He's 3-time Stanley Cup winner, Conn Smythe, Olympic champion. I mean, his resume speaks for itself. He is somebody who is able to say things to the room, and his words carry a lot of weight.
The game within the game are face-offs. How important are they in this series, and has it become almost a little bit of a lost art? I mean, just given the skill of this game?
Yeah, I actually thought we had a really good face. That was one of the positive signs of our game in game number one. We were very competitive. Obviously, we hit a post early in the first period. We were able to create offensively, but I thought some exits that we had were very good. And I think in terms of the game within the game, that goes back to the initial question of how can you possess the puck more? Well, you can possess it by starting with it.
Stay on the right.
Morning, Jay.
Morning.
Last game, on 3 separate occasions, when you guys scored, the Avalanche responded within a short period of time, the longest one being 99 seconds.
Yeah.
Is that because your team led off the gas pedal, or was it because of an increased urgency from the Avs?
Well, that goes back to the question of the things that are within our control. I think there's some things that we can do better in those situations, but other times you got to tip your hat to the other team. They're in the Final Four for a reason. They do good stuff, but we're putting our focus and our emphasis on our own game and things that we can do better.
Jay, just to confirm, Mike Smith starting for you guys
Yeah,
tonight?
Mike Smith's our starting goalie tonight.
Why has he been able, what is it about his DNA makeup, whatever you want to call it, that he's been able to bounce back as well as he has in some of these games?
Yeah. I don't think you have the career that he has unless you're able to have short memory sometimes. I think he's a true pro in his approach to the game, the way he treats himself and recovers and resets. And then, someone once told me that they compared him to an alley cat. Yeah, and he's a fighter, a scrapper, a clawer, not somebody who's been gifted everything along the way. He's not a house cat. He's an alley cat. And I thought that was a really good analogy, and I told that person I was stealing it.
Left side, Ken.
Jay, why has Evander Kane been such a good fit, and what has it meant to add that physical?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
With Evander Kane,
Yeah.
why has he been such a good fit, and what has it meant to add that physical component to your top six?
He's a heck of a hockey player. I think he has really good on-ice habits. He goes to hard areas to have success. He's willing to pay a physical price to do it, and he makes us a bigger, harder, more skilled team with him in the lineup.
We'll do 3 more questions. Back row, Daniel.
Can you share your alley cat source there?
Nope. Just like you with your sources, DNB, I'm not sharing.
Okay. What did you think of the Ryan McLeod line last game? And are there ways, maybe if they are playing as well as they maybe did, to insulate them and maybe get them some more ice time?
I don't feel we have to insulate anybody on our lineup. They had a heck of a game, really good game.
Based on morning skate, and we know we can always read into that, Vander Kane potentially next to McDavid. In the times where you've played Kane with McDavid, what about his skill set do you think has been a good fit, and what do you like about those two when they're out there together?
Yeah, I mean, I think they do have chemistry. It's you know, it's been a few months now where they've played a lot of time together. We're flexible and we maintain flexibility, but I think one's the best player in the world and one's one of the best power forwards in the world.
Last question, Jim.
It was a fair bit of talk with Chris Russell up there in the morning skate. Is Chris Russell going to play tonight?
Well, he's an option for us, Jim. That's also an option for us.